Welcome back. Today we embark on a journey into one of literature's most celebrated and complex masterpieces, Gabriel Garcia Marquez's 100 Years of Solitude. This novel isn't just a story, it's a universe, a sprawling epic that redefined magical realism and captured the soul of a continent. If you thought A Tree Grows in Brooklyn showed resilience in hardship, prepare for a narrative that blends the mundane with the miraculous, exploring the cyclical nature of time, love, and solitude across generations. At the heart of 100 Years of Solitude is its groundbreaking use of magical realism. This literary technique doesn't present the fantastical as strange or out of place. Instead, it weaves the miraculous into the fabric of everyday life as if it were perfectly normal. We see characters ascend to heaven while folding laundry, or a plague of insomnia that causes memory loss, and these events are narrated with the same matter-of-fact tone as a description of a rainy afternoon. This fusion challenges our perception of reality, inviting us to accept a world where the extraordinary is simply part of existence. The story centers on the Buendía family, founders of the isolated mythical town of Macondo. From the patriarch, José Arcadio Buendía, a man driven by insatiable curiosity and grand, often impractical inventions, to his wife, Ursula Iguaran, the pragmatic matriarch who lives for over a century, the family is marked by a profound, inherited solitude. Their lineage is a tapestry of passion, obsession, and recurring names, each generation seemingly destined to repeat the mistakes and inherit the isolation of their ancestors. Macondo itself mirrors this, evolving from a utopian village to a site of civil war, exploitation, and eventual oblivion. The novel's cyclical nature is immediately apparent in its first generation. Colonel Aureliano Buendía, the son of José Arcadio Buendía, becomes a legendary, solitary figure, fighting 32 civil wars and fathering 17 sons, all named Aureliano. His brother, José Arcadio, is the opposite, a man of immense physical strength, carnal appetites, and a restless, often violent nature. These two archetypes, the introspective, melancholic warrior and the impulsive, earthbound man, will echo through the generations, representing two fundamental, often conflicting aspects of the human condition and the Buendía spirit. The title itself, 100 Years of Solitude, points to the novel's central theme, an inescapable, inherited solitude that afflicts nearly every Buendía. This isn't mere loneliness. It's a profound inability to connect, to love truly, or to be loved in return, often stemming from pride, obsession, or a deep-seated fear of vulnerability. Whether they are isolated by war, by their own eccentricities, or by the sheer weight of their family's history, the Buendías are perpetually trapped within their own minds. Unable to break free from their internal prisons, time in Macondo doesn't flow linearly. It's cyclical, recursive, and often feels stagnant. Generations repeat names, traits, and even tragic fates, creating a sense of inescapable destiny. Ursula Iguaran, the family matriarch, is one of the few who perceives this temporal distortion, desperately trying to break the cycle. The novel plays with our understanding of memory and history, suggesting that the past is not merely gone, but is constantly replaying, shaping the present and dictating the future in a dizzying, almost dreamlike fashion. Love and passion are potent forces in the novel, but they are often intertwined with obsession, destructive tendencies, and a fundamental inability to achieve lasting happiness. The Buendías experience intense, often forbidden desires, including recurring instances of incest, which Ursula fears will lead to a child with a pig's tail, symbolizing the family's ultimate downfall. These passionate affairs and marriages, while driving the plot, frequently result in deeper isolation rather than connection, highlighting the tragic paradox of their existence. The novel is deeply embedded in the turbulent history of Latin America, particularly Colombia, through its depiction of recurring civil wars. Colonel Aureliano Buendía's endless campaigns, the rise and fall of liberal and conservative factions, and the eventual arrival of the United Fruit Company all mirror historical events. These conflicts aren't just political backdrops, they are integral to the characters' lives, driving their isolation, shaping their fates, and contributing to Macondo's cycle of violence and exploitation. The wars highlight the futility of ideological struggles and their devastating human cost. The arrival of modernity and progress in Macondo, often symbolized by the railroad and the banana company, brings both superficial advancement and profound disruption. While these elements promise connection and prosperity, they ultimately lead to exploitation, environmental devastation, and the erosion of Macondo's unique identity. The novel critiques the destructive nature of unchecked capitalism and foreign intervention, showing how progress can paradoxically lead to a loss of culture, autonomy, and even humanity, further deepening the family's isolation. Among the novel's most enchanting and recurring motifs are the yellow butterflies that herald the presence of Mauricio Babylonia, the lover of Meme Buendía. These butterflies are not just a whimsical detail. They symbolize forbidden love, passion, and the ephemeral nature of happiness. Their appearance often precedes moments of intense emotion or significant, sometimes tragic, events, acting as a visual manifestation of the magical realism that permeates Macondo. They are a beautiful, yet poignant reminder of the fleeting moments of joy amidst the pervasive solitude. The theme of incest, particularly the fear of producing a child with a pig's tail, is a powerful symbol of the Buendía family's self-destructive tendencies and their ultimate doom. This fear, stemming from the marriage of the founders José Arcadio Buendía and Ursula Iguarán, who were cousins, haunts the family throughout its history. The eventual birth of Aureliano Babylonia and Amaranta Ursula's son, with the dreaded pig's tail, signifies the culmination of their isolation and the final fulfillment of the prophecy, marking the end of their lineage and Macondo's existence.